Would that I had never married my daughter there, for, coming thence, my son is lost, and in my rage she too, who is so far and nearly removed, I ne'er again shall see her. Oh, my heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish have made his meal of thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surge under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside and breasted the surge most swollen that met him. His bold head, by the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms, and lusty stroke to the shore. I not doubt he came alive to land.
No. No. He's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. That would not bless our Europe with your daughter. I would rather lose her to an African.
I prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by each of us and the fair soul herself, whom wait between loathness and obedience, upon which end the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So that there is not a loss!
My Lord Sebastian, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness, and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
It is foul weather in Solomon, sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Why, had I plantation of this isle, my lord,
He'd sowed with nettle seeds.
Or docks, or mallows.
and I were the king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of what?
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
God save his majesty!
Long live Gonzalo.
You are a gentleman of brave metal. You would live through an adversary for 5 weeks if she would continue it without changing.
Oh.
Nay, my good lord, be not angry.
No. I warrant you. Will you laugh me asleep? For I'm very heavy.
Good sleep, and hear us.
What? All so soon asleep? Would that mine eyes could close up my thoughts. I find that they are inclined to do so.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why then do our eyelids not sink? I find not mine eyes disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They all fellows by thunderstroke. What might, O worthy Sebastian? What might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
Surely I do, but it is a sleepy language. What is it thou didst say?
Noble Sebastian, thou lets thy fortune sleep. Die rather.
There is meaning in thy snore. Thou dost snore distinctly.
The king's son is dead. 'Tis as impossible as he that here sleeps swings.
I have no hope that he's on the ground.
Then you will grant with me that Ferdinand is dead.
He's gone.
And who is the next heir of Naples?
Claribel.
She that is queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that can have no notes unless the sun were post. How shalt that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis, and let Sebastian wait. Say this word, death, that now hath seized them. They are no worse off. There be it that can move, as well as he that here sleeps. Lords that can prat about as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. Oh, that you bore the mind I do, were this a sleep for your advancement. Do you understand?
Methinks I do. I do remember you did supplant your brother across.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much feature than before. My brother's servants, who were then my fellows, are now my men.
But for your conscience.
Aye, sir, and where lies that? I feel not this strange deity in my bosom. There lies your brother, no better than the earth he sleeps upon. With 3 inches, this obedient steel, I'd lay to bed forever. Whilst you doing the like fall upon his own, who would not pray us. And as for the rest, they'll lap suggestion the cat laps milk. They'll tell the time to the clock whatever hour we say befits us.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my present. As thou comest to Milan, I'll come by neighbor. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free us thee from the tribute which thou payest. And I, the king, shall love thee.
Then let us draw together. And I hear, my lady, you do the like fall upon Gonzalo.
Aye, but one word.
My master, though his art perceives the danger that you his friends are in, sends me forth, or else his project fails, to keep them living. While you here do snore and lie, open our conspiracy his time to take. If of life you keep it here, shake off slumber and beware. Away, away!
Then let us be silent. Now the angels will fire.
Oh, away! Why stand you drawing? What all this ghastly looking?
What is the matter? Whilst we stood here, securing your repose, came even now a single burst of bellowing, like bulls or rather lions. Did it not wake you?
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to frighten monsters' ears. 'Twas surely a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, sir, I heard it humming. And that a strange one, too, get away. I shook you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw the living strong. It is best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place.
Lead off this ground, and let us make further search for my poor son. Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up, from fogs, flames, flats, on Prosper fall, and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. But they'll nor pinch, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way, unless he bid them. But for every trifle are they set upon me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter and after bite me, then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in my barefoot way and mount their perks at my footfall. Sometimes I am all wounded with adders, but with cloven tongues do hiss me to madness. Oh, now lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat, perchance he will not like me.
Here lies me bush nor shrub, Another storm is brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. On the same black cloud, yon huge one. Looks like a foul bombard shed his liquor. Which thunder as it did before. Know not where to hide my head. On the same cloud, help fall but hail to it. What have we here? Is it a man? Or a fish? Is it dead? Or alive? Oh, a fish. It smells like a fish. Ancient fish-like smell. Strange fish. Why, were I in England now as I once was, had but this fish painted. Not a holiday's full there would give me a piece of silver. There, this monster could make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. And we won't give a doit to relieve a lame beggar. They'll lay out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged, like a man, but fins like arms. Do now let loose my pity. Hold to it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that's lately suffered from a thunderbolt. Oh! Alas, the storm has returned again. I must creep beneath this gabardine. There is no shelter hereabouts. Oh. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Here now shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
I shall from sea to sea, but here I die ashore. This is the scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral, but here is my comfort. The master, the boatswain and I, the gunner and his mate. None of us cared for Kate, although she talked a gnaw of pitch, although a tailor could scratch her where she did itch. So take her to sea and let her go hang! This too's a scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral, but here's my comfort.
Do not torment me. Oh!
What have we here? Have we devils? I've not survived drowning to be afraid of your 4 legs.
The spirit torments me. Oh!
This is a most delicate monster of the isle, who hath, I take it, has an ague. But where the devil she learn our language?
Do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He's in a fit now. He does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my body. If he have not had wine far, it should go far to remove his fit.
Thou dost me yet but little hurt. Thou wilt anon, I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper works upon thee.
Yeah, open thy mouth, cat. This is what gives you language.
I should know that voice. It should be, but he is drowned. And these are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices? A most delicate monster. The forward is to greet me as a friend. The backward is to utter foul speech. If all the wine in my bottle could recover him, should go far to remove his ague. I shall pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Mercy, mercy! It calls me! This is no monster, but a devil! I have no one spook!
Stefano! If thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeard, thy good friend Trinculo.
Can that be Trinculo? I shall pull thee by thy lesser leg. If this be woods like it will be tricky. It was like have become a siege of this moon calf.
I took him to be killed by a thunderstroke. They're not drowned, Stefano. Oh, I pray now that they were not drowned. As the storm will blow. I hid myself into the dead moon calf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou not living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, too many bullets escaped.
Oh, do not serve me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be brave things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave god and bear celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How hence come hither? Huh? I escaped on a boat of a sack the sailors heaved overboard.
I'll swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Come and swear.
Swam ashore like a duck, man. I can swim like a duck, I'll be small. Oh, Stefano. Hast you any more of this?
The whole butt, man. I have it in a cellar by some trees where I came ashore. Now there, mooncalf, tell me how's thine in the view?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon! I was the man in the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed thee and thy dog and thy bush.
Come and swear.
By this good luck, this is a very shallow monster. I feared of him, a very weak monster. The man in the moon. Ha!
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I will kiss thy foot. I prithee, free my dog.
I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. I could almost find it in my heart to beat him. That's the monster in drink, an abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs, and I'll pluck thee berries and fish for thee, and gift thee wood. Now, a plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
The most ridiculous monster to make a wonder out of a poor drunkard.
But prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow, and I with my long nails will dig thee pig nuts. Wilt thou go with me?
I pray thee, talk no farther. Trivio, the king our company drowned, we shall inherit this land. And when you help me bear my bottle, we will fill him by and by. Oh. Lead the way, brave monster.
Farewell, master. Farewell.
A brave monster.
Freedom.
A drunken monster.
This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead and makes my liver's pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's craven. And he is composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up. My mistress weeps when she sees me work.
Alas, now pray, work not so hard. I will the lightning burn up those logs that you are conjoined to pile. Pray, set it down and rest you. Those spurs till weep for having wearied you. My father is hard at study. Pray, rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours.
O most dearest mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge, but I must strive to do.
If you'll set it down, I'll bear your logs the while. Pray, give me those. I'll carry them to the fire.
No, precious creature. I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo, whilst I sit lazy by.
You look weary.
No, noble mistress, 'tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, what is your name?
Miranda. Oh, Father, I broke for Hester, say so.
Admired Miranda, indeed the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady I've eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongues hath brought into bondage my too diligent ear. But you, oh, you so perfect, so peerless, are crafted of every creature's best.
I not know one of my sex. No woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more than I may call men than you, dear friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad I am skilless of, but by my modesty I would not wish any companion in the world with me, nor can imagination form a shape other than yourself to like of. But I crowded something too wildly in my father's precepts. I therein do forget.
I am in my condition. A prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not so. Hear my soul speak. From the very instant I saw you, did my heart fly to your service. There it resides, to make me slave to it. It is for that I am this humble logman.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven! Oh, earth, bear witness to the sound, and crown what I profess with kind event, if I speak true. I, beyond all limit wealth there is in the world, do love rise, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heaven's rain grace on that breed between them.
Wherefore weep you?
Of mine unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. I am your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid.
Oh, mistress dearest, and I as humble as ever.
My husband, then?
I, with a heart as willing as bondage ere freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it. Now, farewell, till half an hour hence.
So glad of this as they, I cannot be. For a surprise is all. But my rejoicing at nothing can be more.
Drink, servant monster, what I did thee. Thy eyes are almost in thy head.
Where should they be set else? Brave monster indeed, were they set in this tale.
My man monster hath drowned his tongue in sack. The sea could not drown me, so here I swim 35 leagues off. Speak, Muka. Thou must be Muka.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve him, he is not valiant.
Thou liest, thou ignorant monster. By thy deboned fish, thou. Was there ever a man, a coward, who drank so much as I today? Wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me. Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Lord, quoth he, he should be such a natural.
Lo, lo, again! Bite him to death, I prithee.
Shingo, keep a good tongue in thy head. You've proven you near the next tree. The man wants us in my service, and shall not suffer such indignity.
I thank my noble master. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I. Down and kneel, triply on I stand.
As I told you, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer that by his cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I would my master would destroy thee, I do not lie.
Shringo, keep a good tongue as I have. By this hand, I will supplant some of your teeth.
I said nothing.
Mum, then. Proceed.
As I say, by sorcery, he got this island. From me he got it. If thy greatness shall revenge it on him, for I know thou darest, but this thing dare not, thou shalt be lord of it, and I will serve thee.
How can this be compassed? Can't I bring me to the party?
Yea, my lord. I'll yield him thee asleep, where thou mayst knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
You scurvy patch! What a pie ninny's this? I do beseech thy greatness, give him blows, and take his bottle from him. When that's gone, he'll drink not but brine, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Clegio, run into no further danger. I will turn my mercy outwards.
What did I? I did nothing. I'll go further up.
Didst thou say you liest?
Thou liest.
Do I so? Well then, take thou that! Give me the line on this time.
I did not give the lie. Out of your wits, out of your hearing too. Box on your bottle.
Stand further off. Proceed.
Beat him enough. After a little time, I'll beat him too.
Stand further still. Come. Proceed.
As I told thee, 'tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayst brain him, having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, or punch him with a stake, or cut his weasand with thy knife. Remember first to possess his books, for without them he's but a sot as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. They'll do hate him as rootedly as I. Burn but his books, and that which most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman but only Sycorax, my dam, and she. But she is far surpasseth Sycorax, as greatest, as least.
Ah, brave lad.
Aye, my lord, she shall become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Tricchio, I will kill this man. His daughter and I will be king and queen, God save thy graces. And thyself and Tricchio will be viceroy. Dost thou now like the plot?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I'm sorry I beat thee. But keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour will he be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on my honor.
This will I tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Fear not. The island is full of noisome sounds and sweet airs. Oh, give delight and curse not.
Oh, this will prove a brave kingdom where I shall have my music for nothing.
Oh, once Prospero is destroyed.
Aye, that is by and by.
Sound is fading. We should follow it.